Hello friends, welcome to the Cold War Prepper, and this is a video response to a video challenge by my friend Prepping with Sarge. Asked a fantastic question. It's kind of thought-provoking, and I'm going to put the link to the original challenge down below so that you can watch it. And if you would like to, please respond to him at Prepping with Sarge, but you can also respond to me at Cold War Prepper. When you go to Prepping with Sarge, just make sure you subscribe. Fantastic channel. He comes on, he has it live every Friday evening, 6, I want to say 15, it might be 6:45, I'll have to check. But he has it live every Friday. He's really good as far as foraging. He is a psychological trauma specialist, and so he does psychological assistance, trauma care, to first responders in a large metropolitan city. So he's very, very good with trauma care, mental health first aid. He's really good with foraging and bushcraft. He is a fellow coin stacker. So he likes silver as much as I do. But he gave us a situation, and that situation is that we are now a couple weeks into SHTF, and AI has taken over. Unemployment has really increased. Things have gotten pretty bad. Food is starting to get scarce. Gangs are forming. We see violence increasing dramatically, and you're kind of afraid. You're hunkered down inside your home. You're kind of afraid, and all of a sudden, at your front door, there appears, and he has a picture, and the picture shows a gray-haired older lady, probably late 70s, early 80s. And a young girl. I'm going to say the young girl is probably somewhere between 4 and 7, and they're thin, emaciated, hungry, and looking for food. What do you do? And so I just recorded this video, but for some reason it wasn't doing what I wanted it to, and I got some weird science fiction type stuff happening. Maybe I need to charge my phone, but I'm redoing it. And I'll give you Helen's comments as well as mine, because Helen said there are some things that she would say no way to. So what I did was I said, I'm going to have a FRS radio on the front porch. It's going to be turned off. And that radio is going to be tuned to, let's say, channel 4. I'll have a sign, and it'll say call, or turn on the radio and call me. And so that person will turn on the radio and call me, and they'll tell me that they're hungry, they want food. And I said, well, let me see if I can scrounge something up for you. We're in the same condition. Now, a couple things. Number one, go to Goodwill right now and buy some clothing 1 or 2 sizes larger than what you wear right now, so that it looks like you too are emaciated and not getting the right amount of food. Because if your clothes aren't fitting because they're too large, then that gives the implication that you are with her and not eating quite as much as she is. So that's number one. Number two, during this time frame where you're telling her to wait while you're looking for food, you're going to look for some things, let's say oatmeal. So we get our oatmeal in those tubs. It's kind of like a cardboard tube. If you have some left over, pour out the majority of it into a Ziploc bag. Leave a little bit in the bottom of the tube. Now, that's going to be what you give her. Think of the psychology behind this. If you give her the food that's in the Ziploc bag, the immediate thought is, they poured this out of a larger container, they have more. On the other hand, if you give them the dregs of that container and keep the rest of it for yourself, then the implication there that they will get is, this is the last of what they have, they're being generous. So now we get a little bit of that together, we put it in a brown paper bag, we open the back door, we put it on the back porch. Then we go back to the radio and we say, okay, we found some stuff. We have disarmed our booby traps, okay? So we also wanted to have a little bit of time to disarm our booby traps. So what we want you to do is go around in this direction to the gate, to the backyard, open the gate and go in, and you'll find a brown paper bag, and you can sit there and consume it there, okay? You may have to make, let's say, provide some hot water so that they can make the oatmeal or something like that. You got a way to figure this out. Maybe a small can of sardines, a small can of Vienna sausage, one of those little 6-ounce cans. I have a whole bunch of 6-ounce cans specifically for this purpose of vegetables and fruits, so that, that way people can get something from me. We also have observation, both from us as well as from other members of our group, over the pathway she's going to take into our backyard, so we can tell whether or not she's alone. Okay? Now, there's 2 alternatives here. Alternative number 1 is we see that she's being followed and she is a trap. She is a decoy. That is, there are other people that are using our willingness to be good, sharing people, are coming with her, and they're going to use her as a way to get into the house. Well, they aren't going to get into the house. The door is closed. The food is on the back porch. We've observed that. So we're just going to be quiet. We're going to let her take the food and get out of here. Okay? So then option number 2 is that she is not followed. There is no coercion. She is not being used as a trap to get inside the house. She gets on the back porch with the child. Now we have a hidden radio there where we can talk on the radio and say, okay, pick up the radio. And this is going to be a different channel than what we did for the front porch, okay? So now we're on a different channel in the backyard. We say, okay, here's how it goes. Stick around for a couple of days. We will feed you. We'll pass stuff through the back door. We just want to make sure that we can begin vetting you and trusting you and see how things go. And as things go along, we'll teach you some things that you need to know. Now, and will they come inside the house? I don't know. That's something we'll have to determine in the future. As I was recording this, Helen said, no way, they're not coming in the house, okay? And that's a very good option. We can provide some sort of shelter in the back, a tent, sleeping bag. We can give them cleansing materials as far as hygiene and stuff like that. And it may take time to develop some trust. But at least we know that they aren't a trap, and we can help them a little bit further as time goes on. So those are the 2 options. Either they are a trap, in which case we can observe them as they're moving from the front yard to the backyard, or they aren't a trap, and we can start developing the trust with them. So that's my solution. Waiting to hear what your solution is. Remember that we're all in this together, so we can come out the other side together. Please be kind, polite, and respectful to each other, because togetherness is the key.